Amazon seller account. What up, YT? You already know the deal. I don't need to do an intro, but create an Amazon seller account, get a product research software, find a product to sell, get the product manufactured, create a product listing, create a shipment, send the products to Amazon directly from your manufacturer to Amazon, start pushing reviews on the product, and then start selling. There's, like I said, there's steps in between that. I'm just giving you the broad overview, and it would cost like 3 to 5K. Understood. Was just curious because I work with Amazon Freight and was going to reach out to. I appreciate that, bro, but I have my own partnered freight forwarding company, and we beat Amazon's quotes all day, every day. So I don't really use Amazon logistics. Crispy, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you, my guy. 3 to 5K. How much is how much you would need? Yes, that is correct. Also, Patel, you created a AI character for your page, brother? I was thinking to see you on there, and then I see a cartoon. I'm so cooked, back pain at 20. Oh man, don't talk to me about back pain. I know that all too well, son. Your boy's sitting on a heat pad right now because I actually have a broken back. I just couldn't get myself to show my face. I can understand that. I don't know how well I use Apple emoji or Memoji. I just don't know how well. I mean, keep doing it, bro. And the thing is, like, you got to post a decent amount because, like, I think the statistic is like people see on average like 7,000 pieces of content a day. So if you're only posting like once a day or once every other day, it's not necessarily going to hit like that. Talk to me about back pain. I had messed up my back at 16 working at a car shop. It's chronic. For 4 or 5 years, been in pain. Yeah, dude, back pain is the worst. I had gotten in a car accident in 2022 or 1. It was my fault, allegedly, but it's pretty bad. I have 2 compressed discs in my spine and then a hairline fracture in my spine. And I live in pain every day. The alternative is getting surgery, but I don't want to get surgery. So we just push through it. Nah, bro, that was in my first car that I ever got. It was a little Honda Civic. Leaving the gym one day. Nancy, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Because I feel like I'm not experienced to talk about it. Yeah, I don't think that you can sit and give people advice, Patel, but you can talk about your journey. That's the fun part about it. Just don't do what Noob does and get too emotional. So every Amazon seller has back pain. Probably not. I was going to talk about what I learned from the chorus. Yeah, that'd be good too, bro. 4 mil, do a giveaway, Unk. It's funny. Is that profit? No, it's top line revenue. Yo, what up, Chris? Chris, let's get that round table again, bro. You, me, we can include Noob, I suppose, maybe. Ecom and even Iman. That was the first time I had actually spoke to him, so it was a cool live for sure. Noob is dropping a course soon. Should we make bets? Friendly wagers if Noob's going to drop a program within the next year? How much profit do you get from 4 mil? This account's a little over 40%. What do you do, wholesale or private label? I do private label. Wholesale is business model. I'll bet 1K. I don't want to bet against you, bro. I think I'm on your side on that one. I think it would be funny. Actually, I would love to see that. I would love to see that time scale. That's a year over year. So from, I believe I updated it in not October. Was it the first that I updated it? It was either the first or like the 30th. He already working on a Discord. He's got charisma. He's a cool dude, but you get 40%. Yeah, a little over 40% Jags. We've increased our profit margin over time. Realtor, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. What would you recommend me to do? Wholesale or private label? I mean, you can't. I can't tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. It's what interests you, brother. I like private label. It's the superior business model on Amazon. Do you want to be a reseller for other brands? At that point, it's like being if you're doing, well, I know you said wholesale, but like arbitrage, you're pretty much like a cashier, just scanning items in a store all day. Wholesale, you might as well be a Nike sales rep. And then private label, you're the brand owner. I'm stuck at 500K year to year, no private label. What business model do you do? I mean, 500K year to year is still really good. Markets more than most people will see in years of working. Did you start as wholesale? Nah, man. I've always wanted to be the brand owner, not a reseller. It's not really my vibe. Also, I would assume that you have lower margins. I have 10K cash. I want to do wholesale. Nice, man. Get it. I'm not the one to learn from with wholesale, but how long did it take you to make that? I mean, this is a year time frame, but this account is 5 years old. Visit Croatia. I don't like talking about my travel plans, to be honest, but Croatia is going to be, God willing, in the foreseeable future. I'm a reseller with lower margins, correct? Maybe 17 to 25% margins. Yeah. Visit my barn. It's pretty cool. That sounds like I'm not going to walk out of the barn after. But please, best model for me. I have 10K cash. Like I said, man, I like private label. But if you go into a wholesaler's live, they're going to tell you wholesale. If you go into someone who does arbitrage, they're going to tell you arbitrage. So it's what interests you the most. I have higher profit margins than all those people who do those business models. I make more because I make more profit, and I'm actually the brand owner. No, hold on, Mark, that's not good advice, brother. I mean, I'm not saying, like, maybe you did that and it worked for you, but you can't tell people to put a business on credit. That's not good advice. There's already regardless of what business model you do in terms of Amazon, there's already an inherent risk in it. You're not going to leverage credit. I've seen it go wrong for more people than it's gone right with. Yeah, man. Like I said, maybe it worked for you. That's cool. But it's not something that people should do. I think that's actually really bad advice. I think anyone who's like, I'm not saying you, Mark, but I think anyone who's like teaches it online and is telling people to put it on credit, such a bad idea. More people will lose their rear end on that and then be successful. It ranges between 3 to 5K, Angel, but I tell people hop on. Actually, I might be changing it. We might completely abolish the 3K option. So if y'all are interested in the program, shameless shill, make sure that you go lock it in now, because yeah, we might get rid of the 3K option altogether soon. Every video I've seen of Croatia looks super beautiful. Yeah, I was supposed to go to Croatia in 2023, but that's the year my mom got sick. Like, we had our flights booked. It was going to be London, Egypt, Greece, Turkey, Croatia, Amsterdam. Like, we were going to hit all those countries, but yeah, I ended up canceling all my flights. Family first. Jags, thank you for the follow. I'm 18. You think I could be a millionaire before 21 if I start this year? Maybe, but also maybe not. How do I optimize my Amazon description? Because right now I just keyword stuff it. I have videos on how to optimize your listing, DJ. Make sure you check those out, bro. Videos on YT too. Be very careful. Amazon can ruin your life. That's a very pessimistic way to look at the world. That's like saying yeah, you should be very careful with everything, but that's like saying be very careful. If you cross the street, you might get got by a bus. Or that's like saying if you walk outside when it's raining, be very careful because you might get struck by lightning. If you play a game of football, be very careful because you might lose. Like, okay, thanks, but you can also win the game. You can also walk across the street and get to your destination. You can also start something and be successful. Like, yeah, should you make calculated risks? No doubt about it. But should you sit there and be weary and fearful and all of that? No, that's not how you should live your life at all. But I heard a lot of private label takes so long to be successful. I mean, I would say it can take just as long as other business models. You're also creating a business rather than being a reseller. Like being a reseller is cool. It's a cool side hustle, but that's not a real business in my opinion. That's just my take. Do you handle the returns? Where do they go? Uh, it depends on the account and product. Sometimes we'll get it sent back, and if the return is fine, then we'll send it back to inventory. For a little bit, we were putting it back into our FBA inventory as used, but I stopped doing that because it can create some problems. Like somebody doesn't realize that they're buying a used product, which even though it's labeled as used, so it's a little silly, but then it can lead to bad reviews, or you can just dispose it. We barely get returns in the broad scale of things, so it's not something that I worry about too much. Do you have a Discord or something? I mean, I have thousands plus TikTok videos, post like 4 or 5 videos every day. I'm gonna probably start posting more because I have 70 drafts on my TikTok right now. So I'll probably just post some more videos to get them out there. But I also have the AMZ Masterclass mentorship in the TikTok bio. Oh man. Let's answer these other questions first because this is an interesting. How do you start private label? You import. I'm considering Pakistan. Pakistan's cool. India, Pakistan, China. But yeah, we import from overseas for most products. No, just be careful. Again, very pessimistic view on the world. Been following you for a while. I like your style. Are you still accepting students? Yes, sir. Can I borrow $1? No. I don't think $1 is going to do much for anybody. Can't even buy a piece of gum with $1 nowadays. Lost, thank you for sharing the live. Have you ever actually tried to deal with Amazon and all your lost products or ever get any help from, I'm assuming you say seller support? Yeah, bro, I've been selling on Amazon for nearly 7 years. I've had every problem on Amazon arise. I lost $50,000 worth of inventory to Amazon 2 years ago. I still think it is the superior business model and place to sell your products. And then to your other comment that you don't own your customers with Amazon. Okay. What's your point? Is Nike on Amazon? Is Goalie on Amazon? Is Scrub Daddy on Amazon? Any of the largest brands that you have ever purchased or seen in your life is on Amazon. Do they sit there and say, like, think about how important customer data is to Nike or to Scrub Daddy? Scrub Daddy, $340 million in 2024. Do they sit and say, we're not going to sell on Amazon because we don't own our customer data? No, it's the largest e-commerce platform in the world. There's a statistic that 50% of all people who buy products online go and look for that product on Amazon. Can I start with 500 or 1K? Not for what I do. How do I make proper ads to get sales? I have a lot of videos on how to do ads, Mo. If you go look at my TikTok profile, I have a tab with like 60 videos on Amazon PPC ads. Also, thank you for the follow. Do you have any book recommendations about this? I wrote a book. I don't promote it. I don't even have the URL to the book anywhere. But y'all can message me for the URL where you can get the book. Outside of that, no, I don't really think books are the best place to learn how to sell on Amazon when you have the internet and content. We have a private FB group now, 2K. The WhatsApp group was cool when I just started, but it's actually a terrible idea now. What comment is he reading? The comments in the live. He has a library in the back. Yeah, but those aren't Amazon books. Those are just books that I've gotten value from in my life. Can I launch with $100? Yes, but actually, Patel, you can launch with $1, and within your first year, you can make $7 trillion. Patel's trolling, obviously, so am I. They were charging me $1,000 per year for my trademark. Worth it? Who's charging you $1,000 per year? It's not $1,000 a year. What should I sell as a starter? A product with good market numbers. Nobody's just going to hand out a product for you to go sell, but I have lots of videos on my product criteria on the products that you should launch. How do I get past not being able to sell brand names? Number one, that's not the business model that I do. And number two, you have to get ungated to sell those products. I do Amazon FBA. I'm just having trouble getting reviews. Any recommendations? My pictures are good. Amazon Vine program. How do you clock onto products with IP issues? I don't sell on existing listings, y'all. I create my own brands. I am the brand owner. Okay, I'm in the FB group. Nice, 2K. And yeah, man, I add new sections. If you go and look at the FB group, within the last like week or two, I've added like 8 new sections into the curriculum. $1 store. If only it were that easy, right, Hento? I'm currently making $5K a month with 2 products. How can I scale to make $10K? You got to increase your organic rank. You have to start ranking on more keywords. You need more search volume where you're ranking on page 1. And you need to look for gaps in the marketplace. I've made videos about this recently, Jack, using Data Dive, but it's a great tool. You can see where your competitors rank, where you rank, where you don't rank, where you don't index for. And I'm sure that if we were to look at your account, it would show that you are not ranking in the top like 20 or 15 for a majority of the keywords that you need to be. And so that's how you're going to scale and optimizing your conversion rate. Don't get me started, Alex. Wholesale is not the best. Also, what up, my boy? Alex, #1 troll in the live. What's the minimum to start Amazon and how to earn easily, how to sell? I'd say 3 to 6K USD. Amazon buying program is where you give the items to people for free, right? That's the Vine program, but yeah, that's correct, Mo. Did you start off selling private label? Yep, best business model on Amazon. Do I need to check keyword CPC before I finalize product launch? Yes, you should. Chilling, bro. I love it, man. Also, Alex, I meant to message you. The team should have responded back to you with a support email. Let me know if you got it and double check. If you haven't, double check your spam for that. I believe it's going to be the support email that they would have messaged you on. I want to expose myself to private label. Well, you have come to the right place, brother. Best business model on Amazon. What was the tool that's in the new sections? Data Dive. Jack, you're in the program, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Thanks for the help, my guy. I'm gonna go look through your videos. Any chance you have a group? I have a group for my students, but not for like the general public. Yes, that's what I thought. That was the Jack in the program. Yeah, bro. So if you just look up Data Dive in the curriculum, you'll be able to see all of the new sections that I added. The two that I recommend you to go look at, Jack, let me pull them up just to give you the exact names. So one of them is in the PPC section. Let me confirm that for you. Actually, I think I just have to look up data. Let me get it for you, brother. Data Dive. Ba, ba, ba. So one is in the PPC sections, section 9, and it's going to be towards the bottom. How to improve your PPC campaigns in rank (parentheses Data Dive). Another good one is going to be how to do keyword research. That's right below that section. And then in the group call recordings on 9/18/25, how to take your Amazon account to the next level in parentheses Data Dive. How can I join? It's in the TikTok bio, Mo. Can I join the program as Sheep? I don't want to lose my legendary name. Yeah, bro, for sure. I actually wouldn't let you join unless you just put your name as Sheep. In your login, it's going to be, when I put in the name, it's going to be Sheep. It is a legendary name, to be honest with you, bro. Sheep's my guy out here. Make sure y'all drop your questions down below. He said, nice. Yes, sir, Ski. How much? It ranges, bro, between 3 to 5K. But we're actually, if you guys, we're about to get rid of the 3K option. I don't know when I'm going to do that. Maybe by next year. Yeah, but it's not just a group, Mo. So that would be crazy. It's not just like a group, not like some FB group or Discord that costs that much. It's all of my curriculum, A to Z, how to launch, start, scale an Amazon business. You have direct access to me. You have a one-on-one call with me. We do weekly group coaching calls. You have our resources like our in-house freight forwarder, product sourcing agent or product sourcing service, trademark service, listing creation service, bookkeeping service, inspection service. You also have the product selection option where I'll select your product for you. So it's like a full ecosystem for sellers. Thanks, man. I was also wondering, was there any SBA loans for FBA? I don't really look at loans, to be honest with you, man. Nor do I necessarily recommend them. It's not really my vibe. Jack. Let's get it going. Let me do something real quick. I also posted some Gem Tiki Talk videos today. Last video, why I don't share the products to sell on Amazon. Second to last video, I don't remember what it is because I didn't caption it. Third to last video, capitalism versus socialism, a little bit different. And fourth to last video, talking about how money can or can't change somebody. Did you ever take a loan to scale? Yes and no. So Amazon does like Amazon lending. So we got a loan through Amazon themselves, but we had the cash on hand to pay for the loan. So it wasn't like, oh, we need the money, but we just leveraged theirs, and we were already successful, had successful products. They were performing well, all of these things. But yeah. And what was weird, I don't know. Don't take this as a definitive. Don't think like, oh, I'm going to go do this and I'm going to do great on Amazon right after. But it was weird because right after we did that and it got accepted, sales like jumped up. It's almost like Amazon was, This is kind of a joke, not in speculation. I'm not being literal here. Please don't take it as literal, not financial advice. But it was almost like Amazon was like, we got to make sure we get our loan back. So we got a little, it almost felt like a boost. Would you recommend making a separate listing for similar product or having it under the same one? Every different product is going to be a different listing if you're referring to like variations. Why is that? I just don't believe in adding an extra risk. Like if you have a successful product and you have the cash on hand and you're going to leverage somebody else's cash, that's different. But if you don't have the cash on hand and God forbid something went wrong, now all of a sudden, not only did the thing go wrong in business, but now you have all this debt with high interest. Not a good idea. Dang pricey. Any options for a college student like me willing to work and prove it? What's your budget, bro? Or if you don't want to share it here, you can always message me, Mo. Whichever one is cool. I know some people don't really like talking about money in the public eye, which I respect. Or can we start under 5K? Let's say 3 to 6K. So yeah, I've launched products that were under 5K. That is a possibility. What do you mainly do? OA, wholesale? Neither. I do private label. I own the brand, not a glorified reseller. I don't say that in a mean way towards you. I say it in a mean way towards arbitrage and wholesale because they're business models. Not the move. In fact, low-key salty at all the arbitrage and wholesale sellers because they give all of us in the Amazon space a bad name. I'm currently in the pet product niche. Am I in the wrong niche? Nah, pet products can be a good niche, man. What do we need in Canada to start FBA? It's pretty much the same thing that you need in the US, but you would set up your business through Canada, or you can create a US entity, but I think that's a little bit more difficult for Canadian people. How much is the mentorship? Ranges between 3 to 5K. Like I said, we are getting rid of the 3K option soon. So keep that in mind. If y'all want to lock it in, let me know. Well, not let me know. Go check it out. If you don't have any close friends or family to make honest, I like that. Honest reviews is the only way, Vine. Yes. I have a majority of everything down. I just need a group with hardworking people. Like I said, send me a message, Mo, because there's only we have like a 1K package, which nobody ever really takes that offer just because you'll get the video guides and stuff, but you wouldn't have access to the group. You wouldn't have access to me. You wouldn't have access to the coaching calls. So all of that stuff comes from the actual mentorship itself. Fun fact, I used to have a Discord group 3 or 4 years ago with 500 people in it. And then one day I just deleted the server. That wasn't for my students. That was before I created the AMZ Masterclass. It was a free group, but the FB group is where they're at, honestly. Yes, sir. What's that? It's Facebook. And Jack is in the program. He says that's evil. To be honest, man, first off, it was free. And then second off, when I deleted it. I created the AMZ Masterclass, and then I had the Discord group, and I was like, listen, I'm going to put all of my time and effort into the AMZ Masterclass. So I deleted the whole server. In hindsight, probably should have kept it because I probably could have done some cool things with that. But yeah, just pricey. LOL. I feel it, man. That's also why I do these lives. And that's also why I make so much content for free. See, this is usually where I would tell somebody to sign the contract, but we're going to not do that anymore because we're not focusing on that. I'm going to DM you on TikTok. Let's figure something out when you get a chance, please. Yes, Sarsky, I got you. Can I switch my 3D image on my listing as my main image as it's the same as my main competitor? I don't know what you mean by your 3D. Oh, your third image. I don't know why I read 3D. It depends. It depends if it follows Amazon's guidelines. Nothing, Mo. I don't even nothing. It's kind of a joke between myself and people who have been in the mad, or in the live. See, we're just look at that. I don't speak on it, and then it's like they never existed. Do you do private label? I did the contract. Yes, sir. Nobody will ever sign the contract. He says, I'll sign the contract. Nah, man, it's after Nicole's video, I realized you do wear a good amount of jerseys. Let's see. Closest person to guess how much my jersey collection is worth. If they ever join the AMZ Masterclass, I'll give them an extra one-on-one call with me. Let's see if anybody can guess. I'll sign the contract. No, Mo, I don't want you to sign the contract, brother. You're a cool dude. 5K, it's close. 20K, no, not that much. 1,500, no, it's more. Any other guesses? 7K, no, it's less than that. 7K, no. 3.5, that's the closest guess. 2.5, no, a little colder. 6.2, no, less than that. 6.2, less than that. Dang it, why did everybody just say 62? 4.5, that's close. 10K, no, not that much. 2K, did we get one of the correct ones? Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, Mo got it. Mo got it with his last guess. How can I check to see if it follows Amazon's guidelines? Should I contact Amazon directly? They'll just suppress your listing if it doesn't follow the guidelines. See, y'all weren't around during the 2023 era. I kind of stopped for a little bit. How do I get the one-on-one? No, that's if you joined the AMZ Masterclass, brother. Because I only do one-on-one calls for my students. But yeah, y'all weren't around for the 2023 era. Nowadays, it's funny because like I still do wear a lot of jerseys, but like black shirts. I own like 30 of these. During the great shift. And but yeah, like every single video, every single live, you did not see me in anything else but a jersey. If I wore a regular shirt, it would be a surprise. And then I went and spoke at my buddy's Amazon conference, and I pull up in some short shorts because I always wear like shorter shorts and a jersey. Everybody is in like pants and button-ups, and my homie Jaff pulled up in we weren't homies then, that's where I met him, but bro pulled up in a suit, and you just got me in a jersey. Also, his video was capped, by the way, because the last conference I wore black baggy pants and a black shirt, so I didn't wear a jersey at every event. The joke is this guy doesn't even follow basketball. He just likes the colors. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Couldn't name you 5. I can name you LeBron and what's that dude? Steph Curry. Outside of that, can't name you any other basketball player, active basketball player right now. I literally do not care whose name is on the jersey. I just buy the ones that I like the colors for. I couldn't even name you 10 teams in the NBA. But I wear lots of basketball jerseys. What up, lovely? They must have lost a lot of money on bets then at the last event. Well, have a good one, my guy. See you soon. I appreciate you for the help, of course, bro. What up, lovely? Blessings to you. Well, it's funny because I had sat down at the last event and I was sitting next to Jaff, and Jaff goes, he's like, bro, everybody, or KP was like, if you guys see a guy, like we have another speaker, if you guys see a guy in a jersey, that's going to be one of the speakers today. And so I get up on stage and I'm like, I introduce myself. I'm like, sorry to disappoint y'all that I'm not wearing a jersey. But yeah, it's my thing. I think I'm going to troll. I'm going to wear I'm going to wear a suit to the next one. Yeah. Who's laughing now? Nah, just kidding. I don't wear suits except for to weddings. Let's get it going. Also, y'all, tap the screen, share the live. Let's get that going. We've been given 35 minutes of straight value. I do these lives for free, so all I ask is that y'all tap the screen and share the live. Fun little fact, you can click the share button, click copy link. It counts as a share, and you don't actually have to share it to anybody. Fun fact. I used to tell people to do that a lot more, but I've just been lazy. Hey, let's go, Mo. Thank you for sharing the live, brother. Y'all make sure to drop your questions down below because I'm not really in a ranting mood today. Have a good one, G. Yes, sir. You too. Danny, thank you for sharing the live. Appreciate you as well. I currently need product images. Do you have a plug for students and how much is it? Yeah, man. Go to the listing creation section. And there's a lesson in there. Good thing I still have this pulled up. I don't want to say the name, but it's how to create an optimized listing. It's the third to last one in the section. What's your secret sauce? I don't think I have secret sauce. I like Chick-fil-A sauce. I like In-N-Out sauce. I like cane sauce, but I don't got no secret sauce. Ketchup? No, I'm not a big fan of ketchup. I have a funny story about ketchup, but I don't think I'm allowed to share it on TikTok Live. I think it might get me flagged. But no, but for real, like Basha sauce. Oh yeah, Basha sauce for show. Yeah, I don't think I can share the ketchup story on live as much as I'd like to. What? Sorry on. Wait, what? That must be a freaky story then. No, it's not a freaky story. It's just like a not. No, it's not. It's not what y'all are probably thinking. It's just probably not like a politically correct story. It's like one of those stories that gets you canceled if you say it on live. But there's only 14 people in here. If I wasn't on YT Live, I would share the story. To be honest with you. But anyways, enough about sauces. Y'all make sure you drop your questions down below. Let's keep it going, rocking and rolling. Also, I checked my year-to-date sales and I made 10K in 2.5 months. Thanks, my friend. Let's go, bro. I love that. That's amazing. Actually, that deserves a pin right there. How much money to start? 3 to 6K USD. OG, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Do you support any cause? What do you mean, any cause? Like a charity? Or what cause? Whose cause am I supposed to support? I support the cause of making money, being a good person. Charity? Yeah, but I'm not here to talk about my charitable stuff. That's between me and that stuff. Big Fish, thank you for sharing the live. Oops. Do you only sell in the US? No. Oh my gosh, why do I keep doing that? Hey Luke, what up? What up? Bird. I've started my Amazon business. My fam wants to know the store advice on what to say, or should I know? I never cared about people that I personally knew knowing what I sold. I'm just not going to talk about it on social media. But yeah, I mean, I think it's actually can be a net benefit for people that you know to know your store, have them support, leave a review, allegedly. Tell them, yeah, I'll tell you, but you got to support the business. Oh my gosh, I keep doing that. I keep scrolling my phone down. It's annoying. Can me too? Oh wait, I'm not going to read that. I don't know what you mean by that, OG. I don't know if you're trolling or if you just misspelled something. What business credit card would you say is good to start off with? It's funny. I just recorded a video about this today, but the credit cards that I use, I have two Delta. I'll show you guys because like I said, I just recorded this video, so I actually have all my credit cards that I use up here. So, wait. American Express, Platinum, Venture X, Capital One, and then two American Express Delta Sky Miles cards. I do not recommend these. Wait, hold on. How did I just put those up? We might have to blur that one out on YT. But I do not recommend Delta Sky Miles if you do not fly Delta. Probably the top one is going to be American Express, either gold or platinum. The problem with that is, like, as a beginner, do you really want to go spend $999 a year or $899, sorry, on the platinum card? Show them numbers. I got y'all. So Amex card 7432001496220, expiration 3/1999, and pin is 1 million. How you guys thought? Oh man. I have started my Amazon business. My fan answered that. Yeah, answered that. Amex Blue Business. Amex has a blue card? I'm trying to catch them all. No, that's the beginner one, right? Do auto campaigns convert and rank more than manual? No. They're good, but they're not going to necessarily rank more. They're for discovering keywords. I know you hit the 4 mil, Luke. Update it. I got you. Yeah, I did hit the 4 mil. I don't know. I like keeping this here for a little bit. Humble beginnings. When we were back at 3.99 M's. And I think it's funny because, I mean, I don't know. It's good for engagement. Everybody's like, you're almost at 4 mil. I like it. 4 M's on the way. Yes, sir. For Halloween Live, I want to hear the freaky ketchup story. Bro, it's not a freaky ketchup story. I promise. It's just a story that, like, is like one of like a boy's story, not necessarily one that it'd probably make me look bad telling the story versus entertaining, you know what I mean? To me, it's funny, but I think things that aren't funny are funny. So, what up, Robert? I'm a barber, and your taper always fresh. Fun little story about that. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. My barber has been I've been going to the same barber for as long as I've been an Amazon seller. So like, it's kind of sick because like me and this dude are actually like solid. I see my barber more than I see like most of my friends, especially now because I get my hair cut every week. But he was there when I launched my very first product. I was telling him about it. He was there when, like, just throughout the entire Amazon journey. He knows probably more about my Amazon journey than most of y'all do. And he was working at an old barber shop before, and him and I would talk about business, and he has other clients who do business, of course. And I told him, I was like, bro, you should open up your own shop. He's like, yeah, man, it's something that I've always wanted to do. And then this year, he launched his own barber shop, which was really sweet. But that's my dog. No, not really, Amir. I mean, I wouldn't say that I have anything wrong with bro, but no. I haven't talked to dude in like 2 years. Brother, how do you help team that joined the group? I opened Amazon and it's not start selling. Wait, what do you mean? Brother, how do you help team that joined the group? I opened Amazon and not start selling. I mean, you'd have, if you were in my masterclass, you'd have access to all my strategies, help with me as your mentor, one-on-one call with me, weekly group coaching calls. There's a lot of things that we do to help people. What's the credit card limit? Does it have to be paid every month? My credit card limits, or what is it for usually people in general? They're going to base it on like your credit history and income. My credit card limits are a lot. But I pay it in full. Yes, because like, to be honest, this might be a little ignorant of me, but I don't know if you just have to pay the minimum payment or if you have to pay the full card off to not pay interest, because I've never had, thank you God, I've never ever had any credit card debt. I've just paid the full balance my whole life. Chances of me cutting your hair now is down to 1%. I mean, unless you catch me in another country, bro. He's only not cut my hair when I go on like really long trips. Even if it's like a 2-week trip, even though I despise not getting a haircut every week, I'll tough it out because I don't want anyone to touch my hair. But like if I'm gone for a month, except for when I went on, I think he's not. There was 1 year, no, there was a few months where he was like in school and he kind of took a break from cutting. And so I did find a different barber then. And then there was 4 trips that I went on where I've ever gotten a haircut. Outside of that, he's the only one who's touched my hair. Is that a Lego Formula car or NASCAR in the background? It is Porsche 911. I'm on that Amazon journey. We gonna meet. Let's get it. I love it. Did you see the live yesterday with the edible arrangement guy and Amazon seller? If you're referring to, maybe I know what you're talking about. I didn't see it, but I heard about it. I heard about it from Ecom, if that was who you're referring to. I don't know what happened, nor does it really matter. I'm not saying it like that to you, Amir. I'm just saying like it. I don't know. Did you hear how crazy it got? All I heard is that the dude was yelling and my boy was eating Cheez-Its unfazed. Is it a Lego? Yeah, it's a Lego. That's a Lego. That's a Lego. That's a Lego. That's a sick Lego. Wait, where's my hand? That's a sick Lego right there. And that's a Lego. Is there any requirements that we need to join your team, brother? Sorry to ask. No, you don't need to be sorry, brother. Yes, we actually deny like 90% of people who join. Yo, tell me this isn't the sickest Lego. Like, this is fire. His car collection was almost like Mayweather's. Whose car collection? I do Legos with my daughter. Listen, bro, hold on. We don't need Legos. Don't just have to be for kids, okay? Little arrangement guy. Yeah, I don't know, man. The internet beef and all that stuff. I'm in my own lane, guys. Ehon got insane emotional control. Yeah, he's probably better than. I mean, I've known dude for years. I've never seen him get upset ever in my life. He's better than me. Because I like the smoke sometimes. Not to do that, but I like the. Keep that in mind, TikTok. I didn't say anything wrong. Does that Lego actually work? Yeah, like the buttons and stuff work. It's pretty sick. We did the 6,000 Harry Potter Hogwarts castle together. That one would cost like $600. Let's go. I love it. Yeah, I've seen that one when I was looking. That one is pretty sick. Yeah, I used to be really into Legos when I was younger. I probably in terms of resale value, probably had like $150,000 worth of Legos. Should have listened to my mom. She said to keep them all, but I didn't. Sold them on eBay. But then I got out of it, obviously, and then now I'm into it. If the buy box is suppressed over 60%, would you get off the listing? I don't do arbitrage or wholesale, brother. I win the buy box 100% of the time because I am the brand owner. You feel me? Private label, best business model on Amazon. Don't you forget it, folks. I see. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One of the many beauties of private label, by the way. You know what I still do want to do? I was going to make a video about it, but I just almost feel like it's pointless because nobody's going to do it. I want to get on a live with an arbitrage or wholesale seller who makes content, and I want to have a debate with them, but nobody's down. I'll do it. Do you use 1688 as well? It's only for Chinese citizens. So you can use it for reference pricing, but you can't order anything from there yourself. I'll do it. Yeah, no, sheep. You're all private label, brother. You should try Farage. Too nice. Send me his username, bro. I'll DM him. Actually, I don't DM people first. I'll comment on his video. So he's RA, OA reseller. I know one of the RA and wholesale sellers, and like him and I follow each other. Bro won't get on a live with me. What? Won't get on a live with me. How can we sign up for your training so we can start selling without hustling? Hold on. I don't know if that was a typo, bro, but there's no such thing as starting without hustling. You got to hustle. Try Operation Ecom. Yeah, as if. I guess I can screenshot it, right? So many people on YT would say private label isn't profitable anymore. Tell those people to get on a debate with me. It's fun. Debates are fun. I'd be nice and civil, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And I've said this before, I would be open to my ideas being challenged. I don't do wholesaling, Red Bull. I do private label, but I don't mind my ideas being challenged. That's when it would let me know to click off the video. Yeah. How much money would you start private label brand? 3 to 5K, Rafiq. Sorry, I always have to restart my sentence when I interrupt my sentence, but I don't mind that my ideas being challenged because I feel like I can hold my own with my arguments. But the reason none of them will get on a debate with me is because they don't want their ideas challenged. It's easy to tell people who don't sell on Amazon or who are beginners at Amazon how things work, but get on a debate with somebody who makes more on Amazon and see how their arguments crumble, just shatter, like if you dropped a Lego from a 10-story building. Is all your private label selected product is successful? Not all of them, but I have like a 70+ success rate. I would say like if I launch 10 products, 2 or 3 of them would fail, but fail to my standards, not necessarily fail like I'm going to go lose thousands and thousands of dollars, but they would fail to my standards, and then the other ones would be successful. All right. We've been given an hour of straight value. You know the vibes, what time it is. Somebody had asked this question, so I'm going to answer it right now. This is how you can apply for the program. So TikTok bio, AMZ Masterclass. Watch this video. You guys can also see right here in the what you will get section, everything that's included in the program. And then y'all would click, yes, I want to apply. Go through this quick questionnaire. Also, what up, Nawaz? Sorry, bro. I didn't even realize I had a brain fart. I didn't even realize that was you. What's up, my boy? But go through this quick questionnaire, and if you qualify for the program, at the end, you'll be prompted to book an onboarding call with my team. They'll be able to answer any questions that you have. What successful product test basically selling out at a good target price? Not losing a bunch of money, unless your goal was to like lose to rank, but then that's kind of not where I would tell most beginners to be at. But not losing money, establishing rank, having a good conversion, getting proof of concept on the product. Sales for $1 million, how much is the cost? Do you mean like cost of goods and shipping? We run... Let me do the math in terms of percentage. I know how much it costs per unit, but let me run the math here for you. About 15%. User 52, thank you for the follow. Are you using AI to help you in any way? Not too much. Not in the way that y'all would think. I use DataDive's AI product brief, but outside of that, no. But on that note, everybody, make sure y'all go show some love to my last few videos. I post so much free content about Amazon. And for those who wanted a more in-depth guide, access to the Harvard of Amazon FBA private label education, all of the resources that I built for my students, and direct access to me to be your mentor along your entire journey, be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass in the TikTok bio. Never had a student join who said they regretted it. So y'all make sure you go check it out. And I hope everyone has a blessed rest of their night. And I will see y'all soon.